Good afternoon, gamers! It's Eleanor Does Cosplay here with another beginner's guide to cosplay! If you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to see you. And if you're new here, hello! I'm so happy you're here. This series is designed for anyone, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro. You never know, you might discover something you haven't thought of before. I've been cosplaying and attending conventions for over 10 years, and I'm excited to share some tips and knowledge with you all. In this series so far, we've looked at how to start cosplaying and what to pack for a convention. So I thought for today's video, we could look at some things that might not go too perfectly. They certainly didn't for me. Some of these points are more like canon events that will probably happen to most cosplayers, but it's good to be aware of it anyways. I split this video up into 3 sections. We've got early cosplay journey, conventions, and social media. So if there's a specific piece of advice you're looking for, feel free to skip forward to that bit. Timestamps will be in the description. Make sure to comment what you want the next part of this series to be. Without further ado, let's get into part 1, early cosplay journey. Woo. 1. Trying to perfect my first cosplay. My first solo convention without my parents was way back in March 2016. Oh my god, I'm old. I cosplayed Juzo Suzuya from Tokyo Ghoul. I was absolutely obsessed with this character. I bought the oversized shirt, the big pants, I DIY'd some suspenders, I pinned my unstyled wig back with bobby pins I'd painted red, and I coloured in some white slippers with a red Sharpie, which I wouldn't recommend. I did my makeup after practicing for days for the convention and I was so excited. And then I remember after the convention looking back at the pictures and thinking, oh, my makeup isn't that good and my costume isn't as cool as theirs. Not only your first, but your first few cosplays are not going to be perfect. Even now, 10 years later, my cosplays are far from perfect. And this is because perfect doesn't exist. If you love the character and you had a blast cosplaying them and you feel like all the hard work leading up was worth it, then that is perfect, right? Number 2, thinking I needed everything for my first cosplay. This is kind of similar to the previous point. You don't need to have a lore-accurate costume, contacts, lashes, props, or even a wig to cosplay your favorite character. I have actually never worn contacts in my 10 years of cosplaying. Cosplay is a fantastic and accessible hobby, even for those who might not have the money to buy expensive costumes and wigs. And the creativity of the cosplay community never fails to amaze me. I've seen people making wigs out of paper, using colored hairspray, doing closet cosplays or casual cosplays. Every single one is valid and super cool. Honestly, cosplay is about expressing yourself creatively, showing off a fandom that you love or a character you're into, and it doesn't matter which way you go about that. Every cosplay is amazing. Number 3, trying to copy someone's makeup exactly. There is absolutely nothing wrong with taking inspiration from someone else for your cosplay makeup. Actually, I recommend it. However, everyone on this earth has a different face, unless you're identical twins or clones. Anyway, what suits one face might not suit another. Eye shape is a big one when it comes to the cosplay community. There are so many diverse eye shapes with different designs for cosplay makeup that might look great on someone else, but it might not transfer to your own eyes the same way. The same applies to contour, blush, eyebrows. The whole face can be 5 different facial features all mashed into one head. Back in my day, back in my day, in good old 2015, there wasn't much you could do about this. You just had to experiment until you found something that works with your face. And there are several looks I did where I tried to copy someone's exact makeup and it looked interesting, to say the least. I'm really outing myself with the receipts here. Luckily now there are guides all over the internet to help you discover what shape your facial features are. And there are tutorials and guides from cosplay legends everywhere to help. My favorite place to go for cosplay makeup inspiration is actually Pinterest. They have lots of easy to read guides on what shape your eyes are, your nose, your face. And once you figure that out, you can just search blah 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 eyes, cosplay makeup tutorial, and I guarantee you there will be something there. Number 4, thinking I wasn't going to improve. If little baby Eleanor could see me today, she would not believe her eyes. I always thought when I was unhappy with the outcome of a cosplay, it would look like that forever and I would be sad forever and ever in the future. And look at me now. Anything and everything takes time. Painters don't suddenly pick up a paintbrush and are amazing at painting. It's the same with cosplay and any other hobby really. Part of the fun is making mistakes, having a laugh at them and improving next time. If we did everything perfectly straight away, it wouldn't be fun. You wouldn't be able to look back on yourself in 10 years and go, ooh girl, that contour is giving beard. These things take time. I'm still improving more and more every day because I love the hobby so much and I surround myself myself with inspirational, supportive people. Number 5, this is the last section of part 1, restricting myself because of what others thought of me. This point applies more to the outside world of cosplay rather than the hobby itself. I won't lie when I say I was given a tough time in school for liking cosplay, anime, and video games. Kids can be really mean, but you can't take it to heart. My favorite catchphrase at the moment is, "To be cringe is to be free." Because I believe that if it isn't hurting anyone, why not? Listen, I'm 24 years old with a full-time normal job, and I'm still posting silly dance videos and making a fool of myself online because it's fun and I like it. And if anyone doesn't like it, that sounds like a them problem. Keep your supportive friends close. It'll be them moving through life and your cosplay journey with you. Part 2, conventions. We're getting into some more technical mistakes now with some convention tips. There will be a video coming with a guide to your first convention, so you'll have to keep an eye out for that one. My previous beginner's guide talked about what you should be taking to conventions. Now let's look at some mistakes I've made packing for cons. I only take a small bag with essentials for conventions now, and anything I buy, I put in a little shopping bag I brought, or I use the bag that the sellers provided. I used to take this huge backpack with a massive bottle of water, snacks, spare shoes, spare clothes, and a load of random crap. It would be heavy, and I really didn't need all that stuff. I used to take loads of props with me to take photos, and then ended up not taking photos because I ran out of time, because I was having too much fun. At the end of the day, you go to a convention to see and buy some incredible art and collectibles, hang out with friends, see some amazing cosplayers, and lose the feeling in your toes. You don't need a week's worth of supplies, I promise. There are things like food, water, repair stations, and much more at conventions, so you'll never be in a situation where you need a full-on huge backpack full of stuff. Cosplayers are also the friendliest people in the world, so if you need to borrow something, just ask. Most people would be more than happy to help you out. This is point 7. Yes, point 7, not taking loads of pictures at cons. When I talk about pictures, I'm not talking about high quality posed professional pictures. I'm talking about blurry, unfocused, out of frame, silly photos. There's such a pressure recently to take the most pretty, beautiful, perfect pictures to post that we're missing out on the memory making stupid stuff. I've noticed it in myself. My old convention photos used to be pictures of me with other people, prancing around, doing silly faces. Even I'm a victim to not letting loose enough. Put the ring light away, put your phone underneath your chin, and strike a derpy pose. You'll look back and laugh, I promise. This isn't to say don't take professional photos, just remember you're only there for a day or a weekend, and you want to remember all the funny stuff too. Number 8, water. Yeah, that's right, it's got its own section. For a cosplayer, water is so super duper important. Let's tackle conventions first. Always, always, always have a little bottle of water on you. That was the most Northern British thing I've ever said. A little bottle of water. Oh my god. Always have a little bottle of water on you. Even if you have to buy one on your way to the convention. It's so important. When I went to older cons, I used to take a bottle of Coke that was warm, flat, and made me feel sick by the middle of the day. Would not recommend. It has to be water. Don't make the same mistake I did. Go into a photo shoot? Amazing. And slay. Bring water. Photo shoots can be all-day affairs with lots of walking and sitting very still. The whole team needs to be hydrated. Even at home, costumes are sweaty, wigs are tight and often headache-inducing, so always have a big old glass of water nearby. I love this thing like it is my child. Literally yesterday, I cosplayed Otto in the middle of summer with that big hoodie on, and I didn't drink enough water, so I had to lie down for like half an hour with a full face of makeup and nothing else on just to fight off the headache that was coming. So I make this mistake every day, so if anyone has some advice for me, I would love to hear it. Time to move on to our third and final part, social media. This is point number 8. Wait. No, 9. Getting put down on social media. In this age of social media, everyone feels like a content creator. I love that cosplay has gone mainstream and more people have access to it that might not have had access when I started cosplaying. Social media is a fantastic resource. However, it can still be a pretty brutal place with argumentative or judgmental people, especially around other cosplayers. It's unwelcome behavior, but it unfortunately still happens. Hatred has no place in the cosplay, anime, or gaming community, so it is incredibly really disappointing to see it still happening today. The best thing to do if someone is spreading hate on one of your posts is to just ignore it, or if it's really bothering you or hurting you or others, report it. There is nothing wrong with reporting something if it just doesn't feel right. You must remember that people who spread this hatred are only doing it for the sake of being hateful, and what they say shouldn't be taken seriously. At the end of the day, you're having fun expressing yourself, hanging out with friends, and being part of one of the most loving communities ever, which is a million times cooler than commenting nasty stuff on a stranger's post. Am I right? If you're ever worried about something or someone online, please do tell a trusted adult or a friend. Even if you're only a little bit worried, support is available. And point number 10, comparing myself to others. Sticking with the theme of social media, it's a bit of a wild west out there right now, right? People cosplaying just for views, scams, crazy sponsorships, AI. It's getting more and more difficult to tell what's genuine content these days. So when your lovely video that you spent hours making gets 200 views and 10 likes, you might go, no! What have I done wrong? Alas, you are doing everything right. If I can see you having fun, loving your cosplay, being creative and happy, that's probably the best video I've seen all day. And even if only 200 people see it, you had fun making it, you're gonna be proud of that video, and that's all that matters. I spent so many years comparing myself to these huge cosplay creators who had studios with green screens, access to crazy costumes, sponsorships and brand deals. And then I realized all the fun had been sucked out of this hobby that I loved so much. And now I make whatever I want to, and I have fun doing it. And if other people have fun watching it, that is just the best thing ever. Numbers are just numbers, and you never know what's going on behind the scenes. Love yourself, love your hobby, and keep being creative. So, what do you think? Are there any mistakes you made in your early cosplay days that I should know about? Comment one of your craziest mistakes, and let's see if we can help each other out. Remember, cosplay is subjective, welcome to all, and is whatever you want it to be. There are no instructions or perfect ways to do things, and you have to make mistakes to keep getting better. Keep building that confidence and just keep having fun. It's the main point of cosplay. You've got to have fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful. If you made it this far into the video, drop a little monkey emoji down there and I'll respond with another emoji. Make sure to check out the rest of the Beginner's Guide to Cosplay series for more tricks and tips, and subscribe down there to not miss the next one. I also stream gaming 3 times a week on Twitch if that's your thing. My schedule is on my Twitch page. Go and check it out. All my socials are linked in the top comment down below, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, whatever you get up to. That's all from me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.